It sounds like a gremlin. Are we live?
That's a good Halloween intro.
Yeah, it's a good Halloween. It's not Halloween
I
yet.
know that.
It's only June.
I know.
What is it, like Christmas in July? Like months before
Nah, let's not
December
do
type
that.
of deal?
Let's
No.
not do that. But I like the Are We Live in Gremlin voice though.
Well, I like that. I like that. Are we
Yeah,
live?
that's kind of cool.
I kind of sounded gremlin-y. Good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday, ladies and gents. Happy
Yes, yes,
Friday.
yes.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Yeesh. And I hope you guys had a restful Thursday.
Yes.
Because we are back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. We're back at it again. We are getting back into it, ladies and gents. This Friday, we are looking to make some money. You know what I mean? Make some money, some money. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Yes, sir. All right. Let's get ourselves all set up, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys had a fantastic Juneteenth. I did. I got to chill. Get some, you know, get some good old, get some rest. You know what I mean? Get some nice rest. I gotta lie, ladies and gentlemen. I slept in yesterday. I slept in. I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, you know, nothing beats some sleeping in a little bit, you know. Then after that, you come back nice and refreshed, ready for action. You know what I mean? And then yeah, and then tomorrow, you know. So we're gonna make some money today, get some rest tomorrow, and then the day after, and then after that, we're gonna be back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. You know how we do. You know how we do. We already called two baggers.
Yeah.
We already called two baggers,
Yeah.
one of which we actually made a video on. Ladies and gentlemen, we
Not
made a
bad.
video on that.
On the YouTuber,
On
Yeah,
YouTuber.
on the YouTubes.
make sure you subscribe.
Yeah.
Yes.
And by the way, LUCY seems to be moving up to 61%. Yeah, yeah. So that's what we're doing right now. I'm just getting myself all set up, ladies and gents. Getting myself all set up. But hope you guys had a fantastic Juneteenth. And hope you guys had a nice, relaxing, restful weekend. Or, well, not really weekend, just have relaxing Juneteenth holiday, day off. Whatever you guys got. Me, I got to chill with DBL Mom's coach and Mama Money. Got to have some delicious honey chicken yesterday. Had some delicious honey chicken. I'm gonna be real with you. That stuff was good. I love me some honey chicken.
That's a good
Yeah, I do enjoy me some chicken. Hold on one sec. Get myself all set up here. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, got to have me some delicious honey roasted chicken with DBL Moms and my money and Coach, and we just chilled out. Coach ain't much of a chicken guy, but you know, sometimes if you make it a certain way, it's good. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what we did. Hold on one second. Yeah. So that's what we got to do, ladies and gentlemen. We were just chilling like villains, man. Chilling like villains. Got to spend time with some friends. You know, surrounded by good company. You know what I mean? Can never go wrong with some good company. Yeah. Yeesh. Alright. So let's get ourselves all set up here. Get these announcements going, ready to go. Some positive vibes, you know what I mean? And let's share up the stream, baby. Let's share it up.
Yes.
Let's share it up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Even got to play some video games with some friends of mine, man. You know, got some plans tonight as well to play some more video games with some friends of mine. You know, spend time with the boys. You know what I mean? You know, we're gonna spend time with the lads. You know what I mean? Yeah. Spend some time with some friends of mine. You know. Yeah. Very, very good. Very good gents. They're very good gents. God bless them. All right. Because they are mensches, the lot of them. Good mensches. Yeah, so you know, you chill out, hanging with the boys, and yeah, we're chilling out. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Boom, boom. There we go. All right, and there we are. But yeah, that's what we got to do, man. Got to chill, and yeah, that was it. Gonna After that, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get the stream going, chill with you guys, spend time with y'all, enjoy the beauties that life has to offer, especially the beauties in money. You already know. Can never go wrong with that. Can never go wrong. All right, one sec. And then after that, gonna get some working out, and I'm gonna get some work done, and then after that, you know, we're gonna chill, man. You know, chilling like a villain. You know how it is. Yeah. All right. All right. Call me Matthew McConaughey with all the all rights I'm hitting. You know what I mean? All right. Yeah, we're just getting ourselves set up. But how was your guys' day yesterday, man? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know how your day was. How was your day? Did you guys get to chill out as well? Did you guys have stuff to do? What'd you guys get to do yesterday, man? Let me know. Put it in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Put it in the chat. Yeah. Hold on one second. All right. Let's see here. Let's get some shares going on in the YouTubes.
Yes, do that.
All right. All right there. Yeah. Let's get a share party going. Let's get some vibes going, boy. Let's get some vibes.
Share party.
Yeah. Let's get the share party going. Let's get the vibes going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the vibes going. Positive vibes. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful morning on God's green earth. You already know. Yeah. Hold on one second. There we go. Get that all set. Boom. Alright. Alrighty there. And of course, I got good company. Yes. Yes. Very good. Yeah. Hold on one second. Alright. There we go. Here we go right there. Boom. Alright. Oh, now. There we are. Okay. Boom. That's done right there. Let's check in, see if we're live on Twitter. Yes, we are. We live on Twitch. Yes, we are. Okay, good. Good. All right. Let's see if we are live on the Twitch. Yes, we are. Good. Okay. All right. Let's get this shared to Facebook, and then we will be ready to go. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's get this shared to Facebook. Let's get this shared on Instagram and all that. Yes, sir. There we go. All right. And I think we are ready.
Okay.
All right, let's get this intro started. Yes. You ready, DB Moms?
Ready.
What's up, guys? It's Double Nicks, and welcome to another episode of Microcap Mornings. I am your host with the most. They call me DBL Nicks in the house, aka the Rainmaker.
Nice rolling the R's.
Yes, lots of R's going on.
A lot of R's there.
Lots of R. Put a lot of R in there. Yeesh. And I am here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around in the tall weeds, in the high trees, in the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes cups of coffee. Sometimes she likes Arby's. They have the meats. And of course, sometimes she likes puppies and kitties. Shoot her out the cannon and she goes wee. Sometimes you could also find her in the stock market finding them ABCDs. She did call Lucy, which ran up 61%, but that wasn't the highest thing ever. But you know what? It rhymed, so you know what I mean. You got that. And then she made a video on WHLR as well, which ran up a nice 168%. And all that good stuff. And she likes videos of puppies and kitties. We call her DBL Moms. Hey! Yeesh. Yeesh. Let's get another hey.
Hey!
There you go.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeesh. I poked her sides and she went, hey! Eh. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Squeak toys.
It's like a squeak toy. Like,
No
it's
good,
like
man.
it's like a guitar. You gotta tune the guitar just right. You gotta get the right frequency of hey! You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeesh.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Anyways, so that's what we got going on. That's what we got going on. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at some stonks here. We got Lucy. All right. But actually, before we begin, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And, of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different. And the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yeah. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, we got that 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners, ladies and gents. Got that 4-day trial. Be sure to check it out while supplies last, because it won't be around for much longer. Won't be around for much longer now. So you might want to get it while supplies last, because, yeah, it's going to be going away pretty soon. Yeesh. So, I mean, I'm just saying. Fair warning, you know what I mean? All right, let's see here. Let's get this up here. All right, good. Okay. We're chilling.
It's all right.
Yeesh. Yeah. We called, actually, this morning, WHLR, which we did a video on. How long ago did we do that video? Was it last night or the night before?
That was Thursday night.
Yeah, so Thursday night we did a video on WHLR, ladies and gentlemen, and it came up the next day, 168%. That's today. Yeah, it's today. So we did a video on it last night, and it came out today, this morning, at 168%. By the way, NTCL seems to be moving up 156%.
There it is. Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Yes,
That
sir.
another bagger?
Yeah, it sure is.
All right. Let's write it down.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll take this.
That
Yoink.
was about 151.
Ooh, NTC. Dang, I already stepped up in the building and found another one.
It just came out of nowhere and said hello.
Yeah, NTCL. Man, I step in the building, all of a sudden things want to start going parabolic. I'm just saying, 153%. That's how high it ran.
It sure did, yeah.
Ran up a nice 153%. There we go. Here's the pen back. But yeah, yeesh. Was that the high, or was it 160 something?
That was about, I thought I saw 151. That's what I thought I saw.
Isn't that wrong?
NTCL?
I'm just asking
151
for a
is wrong, yeah.
I'm asking for a friend.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
Yeah.
I mean 115 is the zombie
just
song.
came up
151 is
And
the
said
is rum.
hello in the room.
Hey, look, I mean that's a pirate's dream right there. That's a pirate's dream.
Uh-huh.
That's a pirate's dream.
That just kind of went parabolic there.
Yeesh.
Yes, it did.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Has a bit of a double top going on though for NTCL, but it ran up a nice 153%. So that's another bagger for us, ladies and gentlemen. Had a nice run up 153%. We called it earlier for our private Discord. By the way, link is in the description down below as well as the pinned comment section, so you might want to check that out because we called that early for the people. We called WHLR early.
For the people.
Yeah, we called WHLR early
Early watch
for the
list
people.
on Thursday.
Yeah.
For the peoples.
WHLR was on our early watch list on Thursday, and we made a video on it.
Yes, we
And
did.
now, and then it ran up a nice 168%. We
Uh-huh.
called DFLI, that ran up a nice 109%. And then we called NTCL, which just ran up a nice 153%. So, you got that going on. You got that going on. We also called a couple of smaller runners. We called MITQ, 60%, AIFF, 31%, GPUS, 80%, BIYA, 90%, MULN, 45%, CTNT, 35%, and Lucy, which ran up a nice 61%. So we did that, ladies and gentlemen. We also called. We had a couple of baggers a couple of days ago as well. We did. Yeah. All right. So for the baggers that we called, hold on one second. Wow. Let me see where the baggers are. Hold on one second. How many baggers do we call on Wednesday?
It's quite a few actually. I think.
Was it the 18th?
Was it Thursday? Hold on.
Yeah, actually Thursday was the 19th. Yeah, Wednesday would be the 18th. Let me see what we got here for that. Hold on one second, cause I wanna look through. Oh yes, I found it.
18th, right.
Yeah, the 18th. Okay. All right, we found it. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
So, on Wednesday, we called quite a few stonks as well. We called quite a few stonks throughout the day, ladies and gentlemen, throughout the week. But Thursday, we called a couple of stonks. We called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 baggers on Wednesday. And we just called 3 baggers today. All right, and the day's still young, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. The day's still young. So let's see what we got going on here. What do we got? All right, so we got SAFX 100%, LSE 101%, APVO 105%, BDRX 108%, KWE 147%, NWGL 170%, PTLE 207%, and RYDE 227%. That's what we called on Wednesday. And then for today, we called DFLI 109%, NTCL 153%, and WHLR, which we did a video on, 168%. I'm just saying, we're just made different, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going. Baby. Let's get a share party going.
Share party.
Yes, sir. 200. We got to hit 200, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hit 200. Come on now.
Let's go.
Come on now. Need some
Nobody
motivation.
do it like us.
Yeah,
Don't make me start singing.
No.
Oh,
Don't.
yeah.
I'm
Look
serious.
Look,
You don't
it's
want
coming.
that.
Looky.
No, you don't
You
want
don't
that.
want none of that heat.
Yeah,
No.
so let's see what else we got going on here. All right, because we called NTCL, went up, went back down, but we called it earlier this morning. It ran up 153%, 153. All right, let's see what we got going on in terms of NTCL. That ran up a nice 153%. Let's see. Lucy ran up a nice 61%. So Lucy, let's see what Lucy. I'm home. That's my impression of Ricky.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie The Birdcage? The Birdcage was hilarious. I'm a combination of Lucy and Ricky. That sounds horrifying.
Yes.
That was hilarious,
Yes.
though.
Yep.
God,
Yep.
you afraid of my Guatemalanness? If you know what The Birdcage is, that was a funny movie. We all had a good kick out of that
So
movie.
funny.
Yeah, Robin Williams in it. It was great. It was one of the greatest movies. Robin Williams did next to Mrs. Doubtfire, and I believe there were a couple.
A whole lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of movies. There were a lot of movies. But Robin Williams, God rest his soul, funny comedian. Amazing. He was amazing. I haven't listened to him since I was young. Yeah, he was hilarious. He was hilarious. God bless him. God rest his soul. Hope he's good where he is, you know? But he was a great comedian. You know, another good comedian that we had was Gabriel Iglesias was a good one.
Yes.
Eddie Murphy. Love Eddie Murphy.
Absolutely.
Eddie Murphy has to be by far my favorite.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was funny. He was funny as heck.
Funny.
He was funny.
He's funny.
Yeesh.
Yes, he was.
Yes, we're looking for some stonks. Hold on.
Yes.
MITQ. What's
Yeah.
MITQ doing?
Well, it's kind of a little bit.
MITQ. Let's take a look at MITQ. Let's get a share party going, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
yeah.
All right. So, MITQ currently up 67%. Has some news that Moving Image Technologies secures $9 million contract to install 150 Barco laser projectors over 3 years. The float for this stonk is 6.15 million. Volume is 42.57 million. So, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it because it's got good float. The volume's a lot higher than the float, and it does have some news. Has some news. So let's check it. Look. Let's take a look. Let's get the graffiti pencil activated over here. All right. Let's see what we got. Bop over here. We got some support and resistance lines over here. You got the $53 support line, or 53 cents, excuse me. Oh, 1 second. Boop. Yeah, boom. Anyways, so we got here 53 cents, 65 cents, 74 cents, 80 cents, 87 cents. Those are all support lines. Then you got resistance lines at the 95 cent and $1.07 resistance points over here. So it has to hold at 87 cents, break through 95, and then break 107 for it to be so much schmexy to me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And maybe if you zoom in a little closer, maybe possibly, all right, and this is just possibility, you might have like these small little cup and handles, maybe, possibly. Possibly. Let's see. All right. So let's see. You got this over here. It looks like a full-blown pennant over here. That's firstly. But inside the pennant, you got these little cup and handles. It looks like a little bit. So you got a cup, bop, 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 and then a little bit of a handle, bop, over there. All right. Then it went down a little bit. Okay. So, but again, it looks like it's forming yet another cup. So you got another cup over here, maybe a little bit, bop, 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 right there. All it needs to do is form the handle, and then it might potentially curl up, but it has to break through this pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. You know what I mean? Has to be somewhat schmexy to me. Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you, DVL moms. Bless you. Let's get a share party going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going. But yeah, MITQ, it could potentially move. I mean, it does have good volume. It has some news. I mean, it has a great float. It could potentially move. It is up 61%, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see. Let's see what it do. Let's see what it do, ladies and gentlemen. What it do, what it do, what it do. You know what I mean? Yeesh. Yeesh. Could never go wrong with that. Let me get some water. Let me get some water. Okay, that's that stuff. That's that stuff right there.
Yes.
Can never go wrong with some water.
Water.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. So, yeah. So far, ladies and gentlemen, we called WHLR 168%, NTCL 153%, and DFLI 109%. Let's get a share party going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going. Can MITQ be next on the list? Let's see. Let's see. Has to keep going. It's moved up 63%. Let's see.
Yes.
Let's see what it's doing.
Yes. I get this one.
Oh, yes. Let's see what we have here. Let's see. Okay. Low on the volume for that one. Very low on the volume. Not liking that one too much. Let's see. XHG. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any requests for stonks that you want us to look at, put it in the chat. All right, let's take a look at XHG. XHG. Let's see here. All right, a lot of choppiness going on here. A lot of choppiness, a lot of indecisive wicks. Not liking that too much. Float is 1.03 million. I like the float, but the volume is 325,000. Not schmexy, ladies and gentlemen. Not schmexy at all. Has a bit of a top tail. We don't like the top tails, DBL moms.
No, we like the bottom tails.
We like the bottom tails. Yeah. We like the bottom tails, but it did move up a little bit. It did move up to 41%. So maybe the float, the volume is trying to creep up a little bit, but again, has to meet that float and has to break through the float. Otherwise, not schmexy. Because you see that? Not liking that too much. It is a bit overbought on the RSI, and it is above the VWAP. It looks like it's falling below the VWAP a little bit. Has to keep holding above that VWAP for it to be so much mexy to me. But otherwise, it's not liking that one too much. Let's go back to MITQ, see how that's doing. See how MITQ is. MITQ. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. So you got that going on. MITQ. All right. Let's get that share party going.
Share.
You see that? Oh, MITQ just formed a little handle. Can it potentially move up? Maybe. Has a potential. Has a cup. A little baby one. It's a little baby cup and handle. A little baby one. A little tiny one. Can it go up? Can it go up? Can it break that pennant? Can it break the cup and handle? Can it break it? Come on now. Yes. It does have the volume for it, man. It has the volume. It has a flow to 6.15 million, which is reasonable. Volume is 43.79 million. And again, it has news that there's a Moving Image Technologies, which is the name of the company, secured a $9 million contract to install 150 Barco laser projectors over 3 years. That's MITQ, Moving Image Technologies, Inc. Yes. So, could it potentially move? I think so. I mean, it's got the volume. It's got the news. And it looks like it's moving, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Moving up a little bit. It's testing that. It's testing that line. It's testing that 95 resistance. Has to break through. It's at 70%. Come on, baby. Come on. 73%. Okay. All right. Looks like it's moving up a little bit more. Okay. We're moving on up in the world. Come on now. Add a nice big green candle over there. Had a nice big green candle. Yes, sir. Take a look at that. All right. Has to keep moving, though. Yes. For it to be so much schmexy to me. Yes. Currently 95 cents.
Yep.
Yes. 95. Good old 905. Come on now. Has to break through that 95-cent mark for it to be schmexy.
Yes.
Come on now.
Yes.
Yes, sir. It did form that nice cup and handle, though, but it has to hold, man. It has to break through that 95. It's smacking that, though. It's smacking it.
RSI is getting hot, huh, Doubles?
Yeah, that RSI is getting a little bit high, though.
A little hot.
A little hot.
Little bit.
Yes. Needs to chill. He needs to chill, ladies and gentlemen. He needs to chill. All right, but let's see. While we're waiting on that, then MITQ is testing the 95-cent mark. Let's take a look at Lucy. Let's see. Lucy, I'm home. You like my Ricky? My Ricky laugh.
Oh, no.
She's like, oh my God, stop.
Please, no.
That's how it sounds.
That's like the worst alarm clock.
That's
ever.
how it sounds.
No.
That is how it sounds, man. You can't tell me it's... Ladies and gentlemen, come on now. You can't tell me he didn't sound like that.
He sounded something like that. But that's just wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's how he sounded, man.
no.
Oh, come on. It was good. That was a good impression.
So loud.
But it's true. That was it, man. It sounded like a seal. Or.
Something like that, yeah.
Only it was a laugh.
Uh-huh.
God bless him, man. That show was great. There was actually
show.
a little trivia. There was if you ever heard of the sitcom Drake and Josh, there was a skit that was based off of the chocolate skit from I Love Lucy, right? And it was basically like Lucy and her friend were on this like at this conveyor belt in a chocolate factory, and it was going too fast, so they started just like throwing things up in the air. It was crazy stuff, right?
Just eating the chocolates.
They were either eating the chocolates or throwing them in the air. Yeah, they couldn't catch up, right? So there was an episode in Drake and Josh called I Love Sushi.
Oh man.
And it was
What
the
a
same
mess.
type of skid, only it was sushi. And they were just throwing it on the roof. They're like, dude, it sticks! And then the sushi just started falling from the ceiling. Oh, yeah. So, Lucy has some news that I want to look at.
Oh,
Lucy.
Lucy has some
Yeah.
news.
Lucy does have some news that I want to look at. So Lucy has a float of 3.05 million. Volume is 5.24 million, so the volume is a lot higher than the float. I like that. It has some news that Innovator Eyewear Partners Inc., which is the name of the company, with partners with Smart Tech to showcase a Reebok smart eyewear. Ooh, Reebok. That's a big company. At Smart Tech's new flagship opening in Times Square. In Times Square, ladies and gentlemen, Times Square. Let's get a share party going. Oh, we got KWE seems to be moving 44%. Let's take a look at KWE. Kilo Whiskey Echo. Let's see. All right, has a bit of a top tail going on, a bit of overbought on the RSI. All right, let's see the float. The float is 521,000, a little bit low, but the volume is lower at 399.06K. So the volume is lower than the float. Not liking that part too much. Plus the float is a little bit low, so it's going to be a little bit sporadic in my opinion. But let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully I can be wrong. Hopefully, I hope so. I hope the stonk makes lots and lots of money. Alright, it is a bit expensive too for a stonk like this. It's about, oh, let's see, hold on, it's curling up a little bit. 35%. Alright, it's $15 per share. A little bit expensive a little bit on the expensive side in terms of per share. But you know what? That's fine. It is what it is. Sometimes, it'd be like that. But it broke through $14. Broke through $14. So, but it has to hold. Let's see here what we got. What we got over here. Hold on. Let me get a graffiti pencil activated over here. Bop. All right. There we go. Okay. So, you got support at the 1019 mark, 1154, 1261, 1338, 1411. Those are your support lines. Then you got resistance at 1503 and 1653. That's where you got the resistance over there. So you got that going on. But it looks like it's trying to test that 1503 mark. Can it hit it? Maybe. It still has that top tail, though. We don't like the top tails. DBL moms are like the bottom tails. The bottom tails, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom tails. Yeah. There you go. All right. So that's what we got going on. And Base just came out with some news. BASE. Let's check it out. Let's see what they got going on there. And Base, BASE. Drop the bass. All right, Base just came out with some news that Couchbase, which is the name of the company, is to be acquired by Haveli Investments for $1.5 billion. Billion dollars. Why have billions when we can have? Why have trillions when we can have billions? A billion is less than a trillion, numbnuts. Easily.
Yes. Okay.
I love that show. Dr. Evil was amazing.
Yes. Great stuff.
Now all I ask for is sharks that have freaking laser beams attached to their heads. Now apparently my cycloptic colleague here says that can't be done.
That's pretty good.
Can someone tell me what I pay you people for? Honestly, throw me a freaking bone here. Well, we do have sea bass, sir. Are they ill-tempered? Absolutely.
Oh.
Good. Look, man. Let's get a share. Let's get a share party going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going.
Goofy.
Come on, I'm good at the impressions.
I
I'm
know.
good with the
I
impressions.
know.
I am.
I know.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. All right. Let's see.
What do you
KWE.
think?
Man. We'll have to see what happens with it, man. We'll have to see what happens with it. But right now, man. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? All right. Let's see what we got here. KWE currently is a bit overbought on the RSI. Has to break through that. It does have an acquisition news, so it looks like it's moving up a little bit. It is a bit more on the expensive side. It is $24.28 per share, so it is a bit on the expensive side.
Yeah.
But BASE is currently has some news that Couchbase is to be acquired by Haveli Investments for $1.5 billion. So you got that going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, There is all sorts of other stuff. The float is a bit high though on this stock. Not liking that too much. The float is a bit high, 45 million. Not liking that, and the volume is low as heck. So I'm not liking that too much either. Not liking that the volume is 50,000. Not liking that too much.
No.
It's very low volume, very high float. Not liking that, but it does have good news. It does have some good news on it though. So hopefully maybe we'll see something come from it. But man, not liking it too much right now. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see. MITQ. Let's go back to MITQ. Yes. Okay, nicely done. It curled up nicely off that ABC, off that cup and handle pattern there. Little cup and handle, baby. Little cup and handle. Curled up nicely. But it's got to break through that 95-cent mark for it to fully be schmexy to me. Has to break that 95-cent mark, then break through that $1.07 mark for it to be so much schmexy to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me get some water. All right. There we go. That's the stuff right there. That's the stuff right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a share party going. Let's get a share party going. Let's hit 200,
Share
man.
with everybody.
Let's hit
baby.
200.
Share with the dog. Share with the cat. Share with your pet alpaca.
Oh, you gotta do it in
pet
order,
otter
man.
or
You gotta
everything.
do it in order. You gotta go share with your mom, share with your dad, share with your brother, your sister, your cat, your dog, your cousin, your peacock, your pelican,
Your auntie.
your auntie, your auntie.
Yes.
That one weird uncle. Share with him too.
Yeah.
Why not?
He'll be into it.
Why not? All right. Share with everybody.
Share with everybody.
Yes, sir.
Share with the goldfish.
Share with your goldfish. He ain't got opposable thumbs, but you know what? He can watch.
Yes.
Share it with a pet clam. I don't know. Some people have those. I don't know why.
Oh, Lord, you and the clam.
Some
All
people
right.
share it with your pet lion because apparently people have lions now. I don't know
No.
why.
Lions.
Look. All I'm gonna say, they have big cats now, very big cats. I'm talking panthers. All right, and I can't get I can't get over what I saw. There was a video one time of a panther. Dude was sitting in the bathroom, doing his business. Panther opens up the door, and it's not a push open door. No. It's a pull open door. Do you know how badly that messed me up? That messed me up so bad.
They don't have thumbs.
They don't have opposable thumbs. How did he pull that door open? Okay, get closer. How did he pull that door open? Bro walked in there like he pays the mortgage. You mean to tell me that this man walked on in?
It's a panther.
The panther walked in like it pays the mortgage, DBL moms.
Yeah, you told me.
Bro walked in like he goes every one morning he goes.
Like, I don't care what you're doing in there. Excuse me.
Yeah, and then he wanted pets. He wanted to be pet right then and there. He didn't care. All right. That panther probably goes to his desk.
It's less of an importance than my pets.
You look. I'm gonna keep it a beanstalk with you, gentlemen and ladies. All right. That panther probably sits at his desk every day, puts on some glasses, and does his own taxes. Okay, let's be real. Okay.
With no opposable thumbs.
With no opposable thumbs, just does his own taxes. I don't know how, man.
Strange.
Look, I'm just saying, DBL moms.
Okay.
That's crazy, but it's not
You didn't show me
inaccurate.
this video.
Yeah. Let's see what WHLR is doing.
Oh, it's doing something for sure.
What is it? Curling? Is it curling again? Can
Oh
it be?
my.
Oh my!
It's
Oh my! Curling. Yes, we did. 168 currently. That's the high, but it's hitting 162. Yes, it's testing.
going.
It's testing. Testing. Is this mic on or what?
It's testing.
Yes, it's testing. Oh my.
Yes, it's testing.
WHLR. Come on now, baby. Break through that 168. Yes, sir. Let's see here. Let's get some support and resistance lines over here. All right, let's see. Let's get that support and resistance. All right, you got bop, and then you got meat right there. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what we got going on. So you got support at the 551 mark, 639, 708, 756, 804, and 864 mark over there. Has to break that 864 and 961 for it to be schmexy to me. Has to hold at 804, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see what goes on with it. Let's see what goes on with it. WHLR, we called it and did a video on it last night. We did a video on that stunk. And then it exploded past a nice $8. Yes, and hit the 160 mark. Tested the high. Tested the high. Yes, it tested the high. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Indubitably. It tested the high. 168% was the high. It hit 163. So could it continue to go up? We'll have to see, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. But can it break it? Break it?
To a rendezvous again.
Maybe. Maybe. Could potentially
It
be.
could be a rendezvous.
It did curl back up a little bit. Yes, it did. It did. Indubitably, it did. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, yes. All right. So that's what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. Up, it's curling. It's curling. It's curling. Come on now. It's curling.
Here we go.
It's curling. Curl. Let's see. It hit that 150. Man, it curled up a nice 160. Hold on. Hold on now. Hold on now. Wow. Wow. It looks like it's trying to go, man. It looks like it's trying, man. It's fighting for that way up. It's fighting for that way up there. Yeesh. Let's see, man. Let's see. Come on now. Now let's get a share party going. Let's get a share party going. We're almost at 200. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. Come on now. And ladies and gentlemen, by the way, take a look at this beautiful scanner right over here. With the links to all these beautiful stonks over here. Schmexy. And of course, take a look at the change in percentages over here. You get the change in percentages. You get the beautiful, beautiful time right over here as that the scan went off, as well as the lovely, lovely trajectory of the stonk, whether it went up or down, the ticker, the price, the volume, and the float, all that beautiful stuff, as well as the links that you could click on for it to be to get the news and information about the stonk, ladies and gentlemen. You get the news and information about the stonk. You get that by clicking the link in the description down below. So to get a 4-day trial for only $1.99, while supplies last, ladies and gentlemen, because it ain't gonna be lasting much longer.
No.
It ain't. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you also get the newsroom over here, which gives you the newsroom article. It gives you a small dissertation of what the article is about. And then, of course, it gives you the ticker that is affected by the news in said article. So you get all that stuff. All that stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Just a 4-day trial for only $1.99. Click the link in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times, ladies and gentlemen. So click it good. But as far as I'm concerned right now, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get going, ladies and gents. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. Ooh, before we leave, Monica Botero asked for GPUS. Sure, we can do GPUS before we go. GPUS. Let's see. GPUS. All right. GPUS. All right. So first things first, from what I notice here, is that it is below the VWAP. It is below the VWAP. Little bit. It's leaning a bit towards the oversold section, which means it could maybe possibly go up. Maybe. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. First things first, it does have some news that hyperscale data subsidiary ByteNet.com is accepting the Trump meme coin as its social casino. So it's got that going on. So it's accepting a meme coin. All right, let's scroll down and see what we got here. All right, for the float, it's 7.15 million. Volume is 21.25 million. So the volume is great. The float is reasonable. But it is below the VWAP, and it is leaning towards being oversold. So, could it potentially curl up? Maybe. I mean, being oversold tends to lead towards a curl up. It's leaning towards being oversold. It's not an overbought or oversold as of now on the RSI, but we'll see, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see. We shall see. But it does have that news that it's accepting the Trump meme coin, so Could it potentially go up? Maybe. I mean, the volume, the float is reasonable, and the volume is higher than the float, so it's possible. It's possible, but it has to break through that VWAP over there for it to be so much maxi to me. All right, let's get some support and resistance lines over here. Bop and bop. All right. Oh, and Anis Alsha's DFLI still maxi. We'll see. We'll see. Let's check it out. We'll check it out as soon as we're done here. But let's take a look at the support and resistance lines over here. So GPUS has resistance at support at $1.68, but it has resistance at $1.99, $2.24, $2.42, $2.59, $2.81, and $3.16. Those are the resistance points over there, ladies and gentlemen. So as far as GPUS is concerned, it has to break that VWAP, has to curl up with the good volume that it has. It is leaning towards being oversold, has some good volume, all that good stuff. Could potentially move, but it needs that volume, ladies and gentlemen. It needs that volume, and it needs to break through that VWAP. Monica Botero says, thank you so much. I will subscribe. Thank you very much, Monica. I appreciate that. All right. Anis. I apologize if I mispronounce your name. She asks, DFLI still maxi? Let's see. Delta Foxtrot Lima India. Let's check a look. All right. So DFLI. Currently, it is testing the VWAP, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got going on here. Doesn't have any news. Does not have news. All right, so that's okay. All right, let's see what we got here. So let's check out the float. The float is 6.95 million. Very reasonable in terms of the float. The volume is 166.35 million. So the volume is excellent for the stock. The float is 6.95 million. Volume is 166.35 million. So the volume is excellent for the stock. The float is reasonable as heck. I like that. Let's take a look over here. What did it do? All right, so it had a nice shoot up over here, went down a little bit, formed a bit of an ABCD over here, right? Maybe even over here. Had a bit of a descending wedge over bop, right? Then proceeded to curl up a little bit. It was very sporadic with the movement, but that's okay. That's fine. It's just got to keep that same volume. That volume is key, is crucial, has to break through this pennant right over here for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. But it has to break through the volume over here, has to break through that VWAP, all right? Has to break through this pennant over here for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Needs some news, needs a catalyst as well, because here's the thing, right? It doesn't have a catalyst right now, but could it potentially curl? Maybe. It needs to break this pennant, needs to break through the VWAP, and it is not overbought or oversold in the RSI, so that's good. It's fine, right? You know what I mean? The float is reasonable. Volume is excellent. Let's get some support and resistance lines over here. Let's see what we got going on. Bop and bop right there. Okay, so what we got? All right. 20 cents. We got support lines at 20 cents, 26 cents, 30 cents, 34 cents, and 37 cents, ladies and gentlemen. Has to hold at that 37-cent mark, break through the 41-cent and 47-cent mark for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. But it has to break that 41-cent mark right over there and then break the 47-cent mark for it to be really schmexy. But right now, that's what it's got going on, ladies and gentlemen. That is what it's got going on. So we'll see what happens, ladies and gents. We shall see what happens. It does have the float. It has the volume, needs the news, but it is testing that VWAP, and it can potentially break through the pennant if possible. Has to hold the 37-cent mark and break that 41-cent mark, ladies and gents. That's what it's got to do. That's what it's got to do, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's got to do. All right, ladies and gents. Much love. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. Oh, I'll see you on Monday. Ladies and gentlemen. Much love. I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic Friday. Make a lot of money. Be greenable, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. All right? Take care of yourselves. And, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, take good care of yourselves. Take good care of yourselves here, ladies and gents. That's what you need. That's what you need to go through there. Hold on one second. Yeesh. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it for me. Much love. It's Double Nicks. I love you guys. Be sure to check us out on YouTube at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on X.com, a.k.a. Twitter, at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on Twitch, at Coaching Money. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Well, actually, Facebook, Instagram, as well as Threads, at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. Monica Botero says happy weekend. Happy weekend to you too, Monica. Take care of yourself. You have a wonderful day and a restful weekend, and then we back at it again, making some money on Monday. You already know how it is. And ladies and gentlemen, let's see over here. Also check us out on TikTok, Tiki Taki, aka the Tac Tac. The Tac Tac. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Tac Tac.
Yes.
Yeah. You can find us there at DBL Nicks. At DBL NICKS, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money, ladies and gentlemen. So check this out. Check out our 4-day trial for the real-time alerts and scanners for only $199, ladies and gentlemen. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out while supplies last. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times, ladies and gentlemen. We do. And of course, we called quite a few baggers. We called WHLR, which we did a video on last night. Ran up a nice 168%.
Yes.
We did DFLI, ran up 109%. NTCL, 153%. We did that. We called a couple of runners. We called MITQ, 60%. AIFF, 31%. GPUS, 80%. BIYA, 90%. MULN, 45%. CTNT, 35%. And LOC at 61%, ladies and gentlemen. So it's Double Nicks. I love you guys. You have a great weekend. Have a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen. And take care of yourselves. And I am here with the wonderful DBL mom. She is the Serengeti specialist who likes to hang around in the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes cups of coffee. She likes Arby's with puppies and kitties, called NTCL, WHLR, and Lucy. We call her DBL Moms.
Hey!
Yeesh. So that's pretty much
oxygen?
it.
I don't think you took a breath through all that.
I actually did. Actually, I don't think I did.
I don't think so.
That's what happens when you rap a lot. You know what I mean? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Much love. Have a good day.
Yes.
And much love, ladies.